untuk bisa join. Oke, jadi buat teman-teman yang sudah join, terima kasih sudah join. Kita mulai we give beberapa menit lagi ya, baru kita mulai sambil nunggu teman-teman yang lain untuk bisa join. Oke, selamat pagi sekali lagi buat teman-teman yang sudah join. Terima kasih banyak sudah meluangkan waktunya untuk bisa join di session kita pagi hari ini. Mungkin pertama-tama buat yang belum kenal, salam kenal. Saya Franklin dari Yes Education Indonesia Office. Dan hari ini kita akan dapat training, dapat updates dari Swiss Education Group. Jadi pagi ini kita sudah join dengan kita ada Roy dari SEG, dari Swiss Education Group. Jadi nanti untuk sesi kita hari ini teman-teman, jadi nanti pertama Roy akan memberikan updates tentang Swiss Education Group. Kemudian nanti kita bakal ada Q&A session setelah presentasi dari Roy. Dan setelah dari Q&A, nanti kita bakal ada Kahoot. Oke, so please make sure teman-teman bisa stay sampai akhir session ya. Jadi nanti kita di akhir session bakal ada Kahoot dan pastinya bakal ada hadiah untuk dimenangin ya. Nanti mungkin selama kasih dari Roy, teman-teman kalau misalnya ada pertanyaan, mungkin bisa daripada nanti takutnya lupa, jadi nanti teman-teman bisa langsung sesi presentasi ya. Oke, jadi mungkin kita langsung mulai aja. Jadi sekali lagi ini welcome Roy for the presentation. Roy, silakan.
Halo, Franklin. Halo.
Yes.
Oke, aku boleh start dah?
Ya, can you hear me?
Can I start?
Yes, silakan.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Well, thank you for the warm welcome, Franklin and Yes Education. First of all, makasih banyak untuk kesempatannya, and especially for each of your time that you have already allocated for attending this, update session mengenai Swiss Education Group. Thank you banget. I promise it's not going to be too long. I know it's the beginning of the day. Semoga teman-teman udah take some coffee as well, because I know, sometimes morning can be very tough. I'll try to be not as boring, and I'll be as quick as possible, and we can go to the, straight to the points. Kita bisa ask questions and answers, and discuss juga, because fortunately, not that I'm only working for SEG, but I'm also graduating from one of the schools that we have. Aku graduate dari Swiss Hotel Management School, and then after a couple of years working within hospitality industry itself, within the luxury 5-star properties, then I was fortunately joining SEG untuk initially country manager Indonesia, sekarang supporting Philippines market juga. Not to delay any further, aku akan share my screen. Kelihatan ya, Franklin ya?
Ya, kelihatan.
Okay, so Swiss Education Group, banyak yang mungkin questioning apakah ini whether it's actually a uni institution or something, but we're in fact the owning company untuk beberapa, in fact we have in total 4 hospitality business management schools, as well as culinary school. So in total we have 3 business management schools in hospitality, and we have 1 school which is Culinary Arts Academy Switzerland, yang memang programnya lebih fokus untuk culinary arts program. The question is, if we have 4 schools in total, 1-nya kuliner, 3-nya hospitality business, dan perbedaannya apa saja. Nah, disinilah yang nanti kita akan bahas lebih jauh pastinya. In the next couple of slides, we're going to see in fact what are the differences, specializations yang kita punya dari sekolah ini. We're only offering hospitality business education. So buat teman-teman dari education, kita nggak punya program lain di luar hospitality business ataupun culinary. Jadi memang kita we're striving to be the specialist in hospitality education in specific for Swiss campuses, for Swiss institutions. And in fact, we're also blending, kalau misalnya, just to talk a little bit further, teman-teman pastinya more than capable in understanding about hospitality industry, but in fact, just to re-highlight again, kami di sini from Swiss Education Group, we're blending the business school and hospitality classes, in fact. So our students in SEG schools, kita pastinya belajar those classes seperti accounting, finance, marketing, and so on. And at the same time, we're delivering class hospitality seperti front office operation and management, housekeeping. Pastinya anak hospitality school pastinya akan belajar food and beverage management. Mereka belajar juga let's say revenue management, cost control, dan seterusnya. Tapi as we have the perks of owning more than 1 school, we were able to deliver several specializations. Jadi within SEG schools, yang membedakan tadi dari tiap sekolah, kalau misalnya kita ingat ada 3 hospitality business and 1 kuliner, faktor pembedanya ada di specializations-nya. Nah, seperti kita ada specializations di entrepreneurship, ada yang specialization in tourism management, luxury brand management, events management, dan seterusnya. in consequence, just re-highlighting again the types of industries. Jadi within hospitality industry ada subsektor apa aja sih? Emang karirnya bisa di mana saja? Hotel management is out of the question karena pastinya even as we translate into Indonesian, hospitality kan fakultasnya di sini perhotelan, jadi banyak yang mengira pastinya hospitality schools graduates they work in hotels, tapi nggak cuma di hotel. They work within tourism management companies seperti cruise lines, airlines, dan seterusnya. If let's say they are passionate about culinary industry, they wanted to be a chef for sure. It's also the part of hospitality industry. Events management pun juga part dari hospitality industry. And these days, it's getting more and more demanded for hospitality, Swiss hospitality graduates to be working within the luxury retail, luxury brand management sector. And we have in fact graduates as well yang memang berkarir di sektor luxury brand seperti Louis Vuitton, Zegna, and so on and so forth. Or if they do not want to work within those companies yang traditional, typical hospitality establishments, they can also work within a non-traditional hospitality business establishments. We have graduates work in a company like Gojek, Shopee, Tokopedia, and so on and so forth. So not only hotel and restaurants, tapi mereka mau ke banking sector pun bisa, mereka mau ke online marketplace pun bisa, those other companies, because in fact they're also business graduates. When we ask the question kenapa mesti Switzerland, in fact kan in education industry, as we know, ada banyak destinations lain, dan hospitality is in fact also being offered not only locally, but we have a hospitality management program in Malaysia, neighboring countries, Asia Pacific, Australia, US, UK, and so on. Tapi apa nih yang membedakan dari Swiss as a destination for studying hospitality and culinary itself? Now, before answering that question, I'd like to highlight, in fact, several interesting points from Switzerland as a country. Pertama-tama, pastinya kita bisa, banyak dengar, and a lot of time we receive information about Switzerland as a country that is very strong in economy, sangat stabil economically, and that's also the reason why a lot of mungkin tycoons in Asia Pacific do money laundering in Switzerland. Banyak yang uang korup juga dikirim ke Switzerland, kan they're very safe and very stable economically. So they're also one of the most innovative country and top of the class for higher education, high quality of life. Nah, high quality of life ini very much highlighted, which I'll be sharing a little bit further through also the video in the next couple of slides. And due to this reason, it's also becoming the home to many international organization yang memang kita bisa lihat seperti, we'll see in the next couple of slides. I'll have also a separate slide. Aku punya quick video of Switzerland. Mungkin sementara ini kita nggak bisa training langsung di campus kita in Switzerland. So kita lihat dari videonya dulu mengenai Switzerland as a country, just to also provide you further understanding about how beautiful the country is. Okay. Kalau tadi kita bisa, well, as we can see from the previous video, as well, obviously, Swiss as a country, I don't know, personally, based on my view, one of the heaven on earth, sangat-sangat bersih, very beautiful, well, nature-wise juga very dominant. We can see that the beautiful scenery is also being offered in Switzerland. But kita punya a couple of other facts. In fact, Switzerland is also ranked #1 by US News for Education, Democracy, Business, and Quality of Life. It also offers the best healthcare service in Europe, reliable transportation system, of course. Jadi sangat tepat waktu. The public transportation in there, very much integrated. And one of the safest and most crime-free countries. In fact, the people who live in there juga rated to be one of the happiest people on planet. Sangat aman untuk tinggal di sana. Well, it's also another strong consideration points untuk banyak students, especially maybe not to differentiate between gender, but female students living abroad, studying abroad by themselves. Mungkin itu sangat cukup membantu untuk relieving factor as a parents, and of course last but not the least, stunning and clean natural environment. It's also becoming the home to many international organization. Kita bisa lihat di sini FIFA headquarternya di Switzerland, Red Cross, Olympic headquarternya di Switzerland, and United Nations PBB di Geneva. So WHO pun base-nya in Switzerland. So a lot of many international organization or companies memang menjadikan Swiss sebagai headquarter mereka karena itu tadi, karena the advancement on several points that I've delivered initially. Location-wise, Swiss very strategically located in the heart of Western Europe. Neighboring countries-nya ada sebenarnya ada 5 nih, nggak tertulis nih, ada kecil satu namanya Liechtenstein. So it's being surrounded, Switzerland is surrounded by Prancis, Italy, Austria, and Germany, and consequently they speak 3 major languages, tapi ada satu bahasa lokal. Jadi karena mereka neighboring sama Prancis, Jerman, Italy, so they speak local people itu they speak Prancis, Jerman, Italy, dan satu bahasa lokal. Very few people they speak this bahasa namanya Romansh. It's quite an ancient language, I would say, and not a lot of people speak that anymore. Only local couple of Swiss people. Consequently, it's very easy for the people who live in Switzerland untuk accessing those fantastic destinations, including students. Mereka bisa reach out those destinations seperti Paris, Munich, Vienna, Milan, only a couple of hours away. Jadi, as also the part of Schengen countries, people in Switzerland, including the students, mereka tidak perlu apply for the visa lagi. In this regards, it's also enhancing the living experience of the students. Karena kan pastinya, study experience is not always about study. It's always about living and deciding di mana mereka akan make friends, live for the next 3 years or 4 years. And yes, a couple of hours away, mereka bisa reach out top destination of the world, and they can spend, let's say, within 1 week break di sekolah, mereka bisa spend visiting different countries, 3-4 country, road trip, budget flight, dan seterusnya. Informing as well, due to those reasons of Switzerland as a country, fortunately kita juga being ranked as safest country according to Forbes International for COVID-19 safety precautionary measurement, and in answering why so-called perhotelan or hospitality is largely known in Switzerland is because of the root of the history. So it's in fact also the birthplace of luxury hospitality industry. The first place that human beings in fact try to make money out of providing luxury hospitality itu terjadi di Switzerland, and that becomes the reason a lot of people are considering Swiss sebagai tempat yang terbaik untuk belajar luxury hospitality business or culinary. karena memang root-nya, history-nya dari sana. And consequently, when the students and they graduate from Switzerland and they will come to the industry, people are going to see them differently. Mereka akan dipandang somehow with the different caliber. So if we talk about Swiss as a country and as the destination for studying hospitality business or culinary, we're also wanting to inform about SEG as a company itself. Kita punya over 100 nationalities, so 111 nationalities from as students yang kita punya within SEG schools. Jadi memang literally students ini mix coming from all over the world, from all the continents, from Africa, from Asia, from European countries, America, and so on. We have the glimpse of the school. Kalau tadi pertama kita bisa lihat only the highlight of how many schools yang kita punya, tapi sekarang kita bisa lihat di sini buildingnya, including the specializations-nya secara garis besar. So Caesar, it's a very entrepreneurship school with the business orientation dengan specialization in entrepreneurship and tourism. We have 3 campuses, Bouvray, Lucerne, and Brie. Then we have the university partnership with Washington State University in the US. So what becomes, again, an important aspect from studying at SEG schools, semua degree, well, bachelor or master's program yang kita punya double degree program karena kita, each of the school under SEG punya university partnership. Nah, Caesarids ini punya partnership dengan Washington State University, on which ketika students they graduate from Caesarids, mereka akan menerima bachelor, let's say from Caesarids, dan satu lagi from Washington State University in the US, even though mereka belajarnya full di Switzerland. Next we have Hotel Institute of Montreux, the specialization in human resources, finance, luxury brand management, senior living, and franchise management, dengan double degree-nya in this case dengan Northwood University in the US. The next one we have the Culinary Arts Academy Switzerland dengan University of Derby as the partner of double degree, and we have recently also signed an agreement dengan Yummy Jobs. We have created a new exclusive package, kind of like a guaranteed placement of US kind of like internship together in collaboration with Culinary Arts. We'll talk about it in the next couple of slides. And there is also one more, the SHMS, the Swiss Hotel Management School, but I happen to, perhaps accidentally missed out the slide. Tapi don't worry, we have the video of SHMS in here to also provide you an image of how our campus is. Jadi Swiss Hotel Management School, kalau tadi kita sudah mention in a glimpse 3 school. The 4th school, the Swiss Hotel Management School ini, it's more into a traditional contemporary hospitality business management school dengan specialization in events management. So here is the video of SHMS to give you also an understanding on how the campus is.
What is hospitality? It's something that comes from the heart. It emanates from the heart. It is difficult, I think, to describe. But when we welcome strangers, or when a stranger is welcomed, I think it's immediately felt. It's amazing what the transformation, how the transformation takes place with the students when they live and breathe and learn hospitality within the environment of a palace, and that's where these qualities of a Swiss-made hotelier really come out. They're born in the environment that they're studying.
Well, the journey starts in SHMS Kolen, which is a beautiful palace built in 1902. Hospitality is changing over time, and especially the skills that the industry is looking for in students is evolving with that. And as an institution, we really need to make sure that we prepare our students for the 21st century. So students, they learn the more academic side of classes in the classroom. As well as the more practical skills. Students are organizing banquets, and they're working in the restaurants, and they're working in the kitchens, always with this idea that they will be needing these skills to manage others within the future.
What the industry, the hotel industry, is telling us, what they're looking for, is students that have been able to transform to the point where they have this empathy, where they understand how they can feel other people, and we call that savoir-faire. It's a process that really takes some development in them to where they can empathize with people in front of them, with their employees in the future, with guests in the future. And those soft skills are something that they learn throughout the journey within our schools. Starting in Cole, where they're learning that by doing in the first few years, and they come to Lisa, where then the management areas start to take effect, and they're learning how to make some decisions and reflect on those decisions and the outcomes of them.
Everything that you can imagine you would like to do, you can do here in terms of skiing, parapenting, and horse riding.
They create their own activities as well within the school. We have a nightclub, and we have restaurants, and so the students are quite involved. Plus we have a big gym and a spa, so they can enjoy the services and the activities around within the campus as well. There's no greater value for the hotel industry globally to have studied in Switzerland. So, and at the Swiss Hotel Management School has a reputation and a brand value that is global because of the outcome of our graduates. They are out in the industry continuing that reputation by being very employable, being leaders of the future.
Okay, so tadi kita we had that quick video of SHMS giving an example, karena memang impossible if I definitely teman-teman bisa check out other videos and other school campus pictures and so on. But in this session, I'd like to highlight several other aspects such as the programs. Aku ada skema program dari, I'm taking an example of the bachelor program, di mana our bachelor program is in fact standardized untuk semua sekolah. The duration is 3-year program. So within the first year and second year, students nanti akan ada opportunity untuk doing the mandatory internship. Jadi tidak hanya sekolah, tapi students are obliged to complete a compulsory duration of working experience. Di mana skemanya mereka akan start with academic semester, as we can see in the first year, and then after completing that academic semester, di mana mereka academic for sure they will study, live in campus, makan di campus, everything happen in campus, and then setelah mereka complete that semester, they will go for the paid internship. Jadi this internship can be done in Swiss atau di luar Swiss through the partnership of SEG dengan company-company yang nanti aku akan cerita. But basically, students do internship in European countries, American, in the US, or in Asia Pacific, in Middle Eastern countries, and so on. And then after completing that internship, mereka akan kembali lagi academic di sekolah. Mereka akan complete that academic and then go for the internship, the magang, either in Swiss or outside of Switzerland. final year full 2 semester di sekolah. Kalau mau additional internship bisa diselipin di antara these final 2 semesters. So the total duration itu 3,5 tahun. It's still feasible, and then some students juga do optional internship, tapi itu nggak wajib, konsepnya itu optional. We have several, each of the schools sebenarnya dari Cesaritz, HIM, SHMS ataupun CA kita punya master program. Tapi I'd like to highlight because since we have several schools, several programs, at the end of the day, it's still within the hospitality business management sector or culinary. Jadi oftentimes we just like to highlight something that might be interesting for you to perhaps we can promote together. Nah, quite recently kita punya program master program, new master program in SHMS. We call it a blended MIB program. Jadi ada 2 option. Jadi either student itu mau offline study in on-site campus, atau blended pathway di mana mostly online. Jadi 95% programnya itu online. Students can still experience Swiss campus selama 3 minggu di akhir dari programnya. Tapi mostly sisanya online. Jadi online from home country, they can be very much flexible lulusnya durasinya. They can start finishing the program itu starting from 1.5 year up to 4 years. Jadi it's a very self-paced. Mereka bisa calibrate their own duration, ambil kreditnya berapa, kelasnya yang mana, segala macam. Ideally untuk first of all students yang memang sudah profesional, they want to improve their qualification sambil kerja sambil belajar. Mereka bayarnya pun juga bisa per course, per subject. And then of course consequently karena ini online delivery mostly, jadi total cost-nya jauh lebih ringan dibandingkan on-site. Nah, harga yang kita lihat ini it's an on-site delivery. Tapi kalau untuk online delivery, blended pathway ini the total cost would be only maximum 19,000 Swiss franc. Jadi 19.200 kalau nggak salah. Itu sudah all inclusive, including the 3 weeks experience in Switzerland. And of course, the third point that we believe it would be also an option, karena these days COVID people because of COVID mereka tend to be reluctant untuk fly to Switzerland. Even though sebenarnya Swiss has been always open ever since Juni 2020 untuk international study. So yes, this is just a highlight on the master program, the blended MIB. And as we can see, these are a little bit breakdowns of the blended MIB as well as the on-site pathway. Kita bisa lihat total program cost-nya juga, tuition fee, and it's very flexible in terms of payment and pace, duration, and so on. Proudly informing, we're also an Apple Distinguished School. Kita yang pertama, the first hospitality school in the world to receive this distinction, di mana kita fully engaging all of the classes and study experience dengan Apple product. So we don't use books anymore. Kelas-kelas akan menggunakan iPad and Apple TV. We provide students, each of them, a brand new iPad upon arrival to the campus. Jadi sudah included dengan tuition fee. Not for free, it's included. So yes, and then the accommodation juga provided with the hotel standard. Jadi sebenarnya uniquely karena kita trying to replicate the experience of living in a hotel, so that's why all of our campus, in fact sebelumnya itu adalah hotel. Jadi HIM, SHMS building, Cesaritz building. It used to be a hotel di mana ya ketika kita sampai di kampus ada lobbynya, ada kamar-kamar student yang dulunya kamar tamu juga, and then we provide also the same feelings for experience for the students. Housekeeping pun juga ada, jadi student nggak perlu ganti spray mereka sendiri. So once in a week ada housekeeping service team, and then meals also provided in the restaurants that used to be a hotel restaurants dengan buffet concept with several course from breakfast, lunch, dinner. The first course, second course is a buffet concept, just like in a hotel experience. The dessert, soup, several type of protein, carbs, and so on. School life accommodation, as we can see, we got a couple of pictures in here dari our campus. We have gym facility, spa, jacuzzi, banquet facility, and so on. A couple of picture of this is the balcony from SHMS. A little bit, exotic view karena location wise ini 980 meter I think dari permukaan laut. So it's very exotic. But apart from school experience studying in campus, pastinya student punya juga kesempatan untuk experiencing Swiss with a lot of excursion, outdoor activities, and so on and so forth. And almost the end of the presentation, the highlight of SEG. Nah, kenapa? As also an alumni, and after being trained of what the program in SEG and so on, I personally value this aspect a lot as one of the uniqueness dari SEG. Jadi as an owning company dari several institutions, we provide a very much focus on career and community. And how we do this, in fact, jadi our goal, in fact, we're trying not only to provide students with the high quality of paper and so-called ketika graduation, quality of education, of course, tapi juga providing them job opportunity and career advancement yang cepat. Jadi how do we do this? We prepare students as many as possible, as early as possible dari first year. Jadi as simple as interview technique, gimana sih meeting people and impress them within 30 seconds or 1 minute. Gimana sih building motivation letter yang catchy. Gimana sih convincing people throughout the interview, doing job research, cold calling people from LinkedIn, and so on and so forth. Jadi as simple as that. Mungkin kita sebagai profesional yang memang sudah lulus, it's something simple gitu. Tapi untuk people that is within 18 years old, mungkin it's something wow gitu loh. Jadi yang prepare them a little bit extra in advance supaya mereka get ready, more ready lah ketika mereka lulus. Dan we provide them coaching. Jadi setiap campus kita ada yang namanya dedicated career service office. Internship office itu memang dedicated officers yang memang tugas mereka itu networking and providing internship opportunities, management trainings, and job opportunities untuk student. Every single day they will blast an email, allow them to do coaching kemana yang mereka mau berkarir, let's say in Asia Pacific or Middle Eastern countries and so on. And we have also what we call the International Recruitment Forum. So ini, in fact, to be honest, it's also our signature event. Signature service for our students. So we have, kan pastinya SEG, we have a portfolio of industry network. Jadi supaya student ini have the facility of, internship opportunities and network experience, work experience, kita punya company partner, di mana kita undang setiap 2 kali dalam setahun. In this event, what we call International Recruitment Forum. We invite all of our company partner untuk fly to Switzerland. These companies seperti kita bisa lihat Disneyland, Booking.com. We have Marriott International, so hotel company, cruise lines, banking sector, dan seterusnya. Kita undang physically to fly to Switzerland. All of them at the same time. We rent out the biggest convention hall in Montreux Convention Hall, and we fly them, we let them stay in Switzerland for several days to meet all of our students dari SEG only exclusively. So we fly all of those representatives, the vice presidents, the, let's say the global talent acquisition director from Accor, from Kempinski, and so on, to meet all of our students. Nah, eventnya seperti apa? I have this quick video to provide you a glimpse again on how the event is. in short, basically itu adalah job expo, career expo, and quite interestingly, IRF ini adalah the largest hospitality recruitment event in Western Europe. So we invite all of our company partners, and we invite all of our students dari Cesarets, Culinary Arts, SHMS, and HIM. We let them come to this event untuk networking, do on-site interview, do application, and so on and so forth. And that's the reason kenapa our students have internship opportunities all over the world, such as in Dubai, New York, Shanghai, and so on. Interestingly as well, in Switzerland itu actually providing the highest paid salary for interns. Jadi memang interns itu dibayar sesuai minimum remuneration mereka, di mana minimum remuneration mereka itu considerably high. And technically, of course, the living cost juga higher than average countries. But technically, students ketika, based on my experience as well as a student, we were able to save up around 500 Swiss franc per month, or up to 1,000 Swiss franc. Mungkin sekitar 8 sampai 10 juta kalau dirupiahkan dengan konversi. So couple of alumni portfolios, not only within the hotel sector, tapi within other sector juga. Let's say we have this Indonesian graduate working within digital marketing positions. She is a sales in a hotel in Dubai, Media One, and Marsha, she works. Sorry, people. And she, as for example, works in Gojek. And we have also culinary graduates that work in Indonesia. He's also winning an award as in pastry and chocolate. And yes, I finally stopped talking and answering questions right now. Mungkin semoga teman-teman belum bosan dengerinnya.
Thank you so much, Roy. Yes, so jadi itu sekilas mungkin tentang SEG, dan jadi ada beberapa schools yang di dalam satu grupnya. Oke, buat teman-teman yang punya pertanyaan, nanti bisa mungkin di drop pertanyaannya di Q&A box ya. Oke, sambil kita mungkin nunggu, mungkin saya bisa mulai ya. Oke, so jadi kita udah tahu tentang SEG. Nah, mungkin Roy juga bisa jelasin mungkin istilahnya kayak mungkin entry requirements-nya untuk misalnya students Indonesia yang tertarik untuk lanjut either untuk bachelor program ataupun mungkin untuk master program di salah satu schools yang ada di SEG, itu seperti apa entry requirements-nya nih?
Entry requirement. So pastinya students generally they need to submit their high school qualification or previous diploma. Let's say kalau misalnya mereka mau apply bachelor, ya submit high school diplomanya, either nasional, Cambridge ataupun IB, or whatever is that. We need to have the justification, and then we need to have IELTS or TOEFL untuk English qualification certificate-nya, and then yes. After submitting that, those two requirements, ada motivation letter juga, and then later on we will proceed to, submit, release the letter of acceptance.
Oke, untuk minimum skornya kira-kira di GPA ataupun skor berapa ya?
No. We don't really require any specific, as long as it's a passing grade. Kalau untuk IELTS-nya 5.5 untuk bachelor level, TOEFL-nya 55. Ya.
Nah, di schools-nya SEG ini ada program English juga nggak sih kira-kira? Let's say misalnya ada nih anak-anak yang mungkin tertarik untuk ngambil program di salah satu schools-nya yang ada di SEG, tapi let's say misalnya English-nya ataupun IELTS-nya itu masih tadi kan misalnya contoh 5,5 nih, tapi let's say dia misalnya punya 5,0 misalnya untuk IELTS. Optionnya seperti apa nih?
Optional, we have what we call the English Foundation program. So it's a part of SEA. But in terms of the details, nantinya kita bisa lihat on the brochures, and I'll be able to also provide further explanation about that. Tapi kita punya that separate program of EFP, sebenarnya English Foundation Program.
I see. Okay, I haven't seen any question. Ya, buat teman-teman yang mau nanya-nanya mungkin bisa langsung type in di chat box ya. Atau kalau mau nanya langsung bisa raise hand. Jadi nanti mungkin bisa bisa nanya langsung nanti. Untuk aplikasinya kira-kira mulai kapan ya? Kalau misalnya
kalau untuk
ada
aplikasi
deadline-nya
sendiri
nggak sih?
sebenarnya biasa rentang waktunya biasanya as early as 1 year in advance. Karena well, in general we have several intake sih, karena kan sekolahnya ada beberapa. So we have CSRITS, HIM, SHMS, CAA. Jadi intake-nya itu macam-macam. Let's say CSRITS and CAA, they have January, April, July, October intake. And then SHMS itu sistem semester, ada Februari and September untuk bachelor. So macam-macam sih, throughout the year kita punya banyak intake. So then as early as 1 year in advance biasanya student udah mulai apply, especially if they want to apply for the scholarship program. Usually they tend to apply as early as possible. Karena kan scholarship itu kita juga punya budget allocation pot as a company, berapa yang kita harus alokasikan untuk global allocation untuk scholarship gitu. So then globally students juga memang take one part in another gitu.
Dan mereka bisa defer juga kan ya, nanti kalau misalnya mereka udah apply nih terus mereka masih mau defer, itu masih possible juga kan ya?
Ya,
atau gimana?
Betul, masih possible. So then kalau misalnya memang students, let's say they decide untuk defer the intake, it's also possible. Tapi biasanya it needs confirmation dulu sih. Biasanya kalau misalnya memang they have already applied and then they have applied for the scholarship, kalau tidak ada confirmation from the students in a sense of a certain deposit amount, 30,000 Swiss franc. Nah, itu kita nggak bisa lock si scholarship-nya, karena kan we need to allocate to another application. Gitu.
Ini ada pertanyaan, apakah ada perbedaan sertifikat atau ijazah bagi student yang studi on-site dan online untuk program Master MIB in Hotel, Resort and Wellness Management?
No.
Perbedaan?
No.
Oke, jadi nggak ada perbedaan, jadi bakal nanti baik students yang kuliah online ataupun on campus, itu ijazah yang bakal didapat sama ya bentuknya ya?
Ya, betul.
Oke.
Apakah next question ya?
Yes.
Apakah siswa dapat memperpanjang visa mereka di Swiss? Oke. So if I have to be asked, apakah bisa atau tidak? Ada kemungkinannya, tapi tidak besar, karena sebenarnya by default Swiss itu bukan seperti country seperti Canada or Australia. Let's say Canada kan mereka memang issuing a post-work guaranteed visa. Swiss itu bukan an immigration kind of like migration country, because by rule mereka itu very strict in controlling population. Mereka very strict in selecting let's say migrants. International workforces, mereka very strict. So we happen to have students yang memang dari Indonesia still living in Switzerland and was accepted after graduation, bahkan dia balik ke Indonesia, and then after balik ke Indonesia terus kembali lagi ke Swiss untuk kerja. Tapi memang let's say I would say populationnya tidak banyak, karena kan as a country memang Swiss juga cuma 9 juta sekitar. So they are very strict in giving quota untuk people. So they cannot release, okay, you graduate from us and then you can hang around in our place for let's say 1 year atau 2 years gitu. We're not those country. Tapi in return what we provide in consequence, karena kita memang punya industry network yang kuat, we provide students to be employed globally, in fact. So they have an opportunity to do, let's say, J1 program, 18 months management training in the US, let's say, ataupun mereka bisa ke, let's say, Middle Eastern countries, ada yang ke New Zealand, ada yang ke Bora Bora, let's say, atau kemana, gitu. So we provide what we do, highlight. We're not providing you, let's say, a key to open a migration door to one specific country, tapi we're trying to highlight that we're opening a key to the industry itself. Karena we're giving you not only the skill ataupun knowledge, tapi we're giving you the access to be employed by those top industry players. Gitu sih. Nevertheless, despite the location. I hope that answered. Mr. or
Okay, so next question, ini ada yang nanya nih dari Pak Yosef, apakah ada post study work visa di Swiss?
Mungkin tadi Pak Yosef, aku sempat jawab juga untuk post study work visa sih di Swiss, it's not within the program as of now, karena memang again referring to the same explanation, Swiss is not those country that seeks much of migration seperti itu. So if students wanting to stay there, they need to be offered and sponsored prior to graduation by the local company.
Okay. Ini juga ada pertanyaan di chat box ya. Untuk mungkin range tuition fee-nya di sekitaran berapa ya? Untuk misalnya contoh mungkin untuk yang bachelor range-nya berapa? Kemudian untuk master range-nya berapa?
Oke. Kalau untuk tuition fee-nya sendiri, karena kan dulu sih kita konsepnya kita bundle ya. I would say, dengan tuition fee, accommodation, meals, and so on and so forth. Mungkin lebih gampangnya aku bisa giving an example. I'll share the screen of our tuition fee so that we can see it better. I'm taking an example of, let's say, SHMS. I'll pull up this application package and share the screen. Nah, ini contoh dari tuition fee-nya. Let's say bachelor program. Nah, ini skemanya. Jadi the tuition fee is this much, and then accommodation, meals, additional charges, and total per semester. So then ini program belum termasuk dengan scholarship opportunity, and we have a partial scholarship opportunity of up to 30%. Nah, uniquely scholarship kita itu tidak motong tuition fee only, tapi kita motong 30% out of this, 30% out of that, and out of these three gitu. Tapi it's not a guaranteed, let's say fix pasti 30%. Dia ada approvalnya, jadi itu maksimum, and then students bisa, let's say, di accept 25, 20, ataupun 15 seperti itu.
Oke, berarti beasiswanya bukan cuma untuk biaya kuliah, tapi memang untuk accommodation dan juga food-nya ya, yang dapat dapat potongan ya.
Betul. Ada tuition, accommodation, food itu dipotong. Jadi that's what we would like to highlight. Karena memang financial aid scholarship program ini kita support untuk bukan hanya tuition fee-nya saja, tapi makannya juga. So tempat tinggalnya is discounted and so on.
Oke, ada lagi mungkin pertanyaan dari teman-teman semua? Oke, jadi sekedar mengingatkan, jadi nanti kita juga bakal share ke teman-teman PPT slides-nya, sama juga nanti tim dari YES nanti bakal share juga beberapa promotional materials. Jadi teman-teman nanti kalau mau misalnya counseling dengan students, nanti bisa pakai promotional materials-nya nanti.
Oke, I think ada satu pertanyaan lagi Pak Yosef ya. Does the school arrange internship? Yes. Pak Yosef, kita guaranteed support for the internship karena kan mandatory. Jadi
part of the curriculum ya malah ya.
part of curriculum. So if we oblige them to complete internship, then we oblige ourselves to support them to finding one. Okay, next question. Dengan COVID crisis ini cukup banyak hotel atau restoran yang tutup dimanapun tidak terkerja Swiss, sehingga student agak kesulitan mendapat tempat magang. Bagaimana di SEG, apakah tetap bisa menempatkan student magang saat ini tepat waktu? Honestly speaking, memang lebih challenging ya, Bu Nuke. Thank you for the question. Karena memang, well, a lot of times, things have been delayed dikarenakan COVID ini. In regards to our support, memang tidak semudah dulu, tapi ya, it's still feasible. Honestly speaking, some students prefer untuk, let's say, mereka bypass dulu, jadi internshipnya, let's say, ditunda aja, dan mereka go to the next following semester, or let's say they find internships in neighboring countries. Tapi rasionya student sih so far masih they still receive internships, let's say in Spanyol, in Portugal, or in Prancis, or ada yang balik ke Indonesia, ada yang ke Middle Eastern countries, and so on and so forth. Karena kan memang I don't know, taking a simple example dari Indonesia pun sekarang kita rasio infectionnya pun getting lower and lower. So yes, if the question is apakah sama situasinya, tidak, lebih challenging memang, tapi memang kita juga extra effort pun ada gitu dari pihak career service, karena kan nggak mungkin kita drop student, whatever you wanna do, up to you and so on gitu. So still they receive magang opportunity, tapi memang kita need to do extra effort, dan studentnya pun juga need to do extra effort aja gitu.
Oke, thank you. Ada lagi mungkin pertanyaan-pertanyaan terakhir sebelum kita lanjut? Dan nanti juga teman-teman kalau misalnya setelah session ini ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan lanjutan tentang SEG, nanti bisa info ke saya, nanti saya juga bisa infoin ke Roy, dan nanti setelah misalnya dapat update, saya bakal update juga ke teman-teman. Oke, mungkin sampai situ aja ya. Thank you so much Roy sekali lagi untuk presentasi sama Q&A sessionnya. Jadi teman-teman sekarang kita juga bakal lanjut dari yang kita sudah mention sebelumnya. Jadi kita juga bakal ada Kahoot quiz, dan nanti kita bakal provide prizes untuk yang bisa 3 teratas ya. Jadi peringkat 1, 2, sama 3. Jadi please bisa di prepare, either teman-teman bisa join lewat handphone atau komputer pun bisa. Oke, jadi kita mungkin lanjut aja ke session Kahoot ya. Oke. Give me a minute. Oke, udah bisa kelihatan ya di layar teman-teman. Jadi teman-teman nanti kalau join lewat browser bisa ke www.kahoot.it, atau kalau yang udah punya app-nya, mungkin di mobile phone-nya, bisa langsung buka app-nya, kemudian join. Jadi game pin-nya itu ada 1446573. Oke, kita udah ada 1 yang udah join. Oke. Dan nanti pertanyaan-pertanyaan di dalam Kahoot ini juga masih seputar presentasi yang tadi, SEG. Jadi harusnya bisa jawab lah ya. Oke, 6, 6. I'm gonna join as well. Just buat yang belum join, silahkan join sebelum kita mulai. Oke, udah ada 10. Ini oke, kita menunggu 1 menit lagi ya sebelum kemudian kita mulai. Oke, kalau sudah join semua, oke, we give you seconds and then we will start. Oke, kalau memang sudah nggak ada lagi yang join, kita start ya. Oke, udah siap semua ya? Oke, let's start then. Oke, pertanyaan pertama. In which part of Europe is Switzerland located? Tadi sempat dimention tuh sama Roy. Swiss itu ada di Eropa bagian mana? Bahkan di akhir-akhir tadi juga sempat dimention lagi, sempat ada tuh. Oke, 7 orang ya, benar ya. Jadi next. Kita lihat siapa yang paling teratas. Oke, di peringkat pertama kita ada Osko, peringkat kedua kita ada SY, peringkat ketiga kita ada CS. Oke, next one. Name 2 of Switzerland neighboring countries. Tadi ada tuh di peta tuh. Oh, yes. French and Italy. Oke, sekarang kita lihat. Oh, oke. BY naik ke peringkat 3. Osko masih tetap kokoh ya di puncak. Question number 3. How many schools does SEG have? Gampang ya. Yes, unfortunately masih ada yang salah nih. Jadi SEG punya 4 ya, Roy ya. Okay, let's see. Oh, oke, SC naik, DY juga naik, IIN ya naik juga, Osko ayo jangan sampai turun terus Osko. How many local languages do Swiss people speak? Oke, jadi 4 ya. Let's see. Oh, oke, terjadi perubahan pimpinan ya. Oke, next. Does SEG offer online master program? Yes, no, atau blended? Let's see. Oke, unfortunately, seperti tadi yang Roy sudah jelasin, jadi dia running both ya untuk online master program. Jadi ada yang online, ada yang onsite. Jadi yang benar itu adalah blended.
Dan dia, sorry, just to share a little bit, dan dia bukan full online. Jadi 3 minggu terakhirnya masih ke Swiss juga. Gitu.
Oke, di Y masih bertahan di puncak klasemen. Next, is accommodation provided for students to study at SEG schools? This is simple. Ya, detik lagi. Oke, yes, semua benar ya. So, let's see. Oke, ini naik ke posisi 2 ya sekarang. Are meals provided for students studied at SEG schools? Oke, 5 detik lagi. Yes, jadi accommodations and food are included untuk students yang study at SEG schools. So let's see. Oke, kayaknya masih tetap ya untuk di setelah question ini masih tetap. Next. Maximum scholarship offered at SEG schools. Yes, 30% dan tadi, oke, ya masih bertahan ya untuk 3 teratas ya, di Y, di IN, dan SY. Oke, what is the scholarship deducting from? Oke, tadi di terakhir itu di-mention tuh. Yes, jadi scholarship tadi sudah di-mention bahwa untuk scholarship itu dipotong bukan hanya untuk tuition, tapi juga untuk accommodation dan meals. Jadi jawaban yang benar adalah all of the above. Kita lihat. Masih bertahan ya. Oke, pertanyaan ke-10. How many SEG schools are listed in the top 10 of QS World University rankings? Oke, jadi semua sekolah atau schools yang ada di SEG itu masuk di top 10 di QS rankings. Oke, pertanyaan terakhir. Nah, ini pertanyaan terakhir ini double points. Jadi masih ada kesempatan nih buat yang untuk coba mengejar ketertinggalan di pertanyaan terakhir nih. Karena ini double points untuk pertanyaan terakhir. Oh, oke. Yaya naik ke peringkat 3. Oke, jadi seperti yang tadi saya bilang, jadi 5 teratas sekarang ada di Y, Iing, Yaya, CY, sama SY. Oke, jadi masih ada kesempatan nih untuk naik ke 3 teratas karena pertanyaan terakhir itu double points. Oke. Gampang banget. Where is Yes Education head office located? Yes, kita head office-nya itu ada di Sydney. Ada yang jawab Jakarta, ada yang jawab Perth. Perth kita belum ada office. Kita Jakarta ada office, tapi bukan head office. Okay, so let's find out. Podium. Yaya peringkat 3. Peringkat 2 ada DY turun ya, DY tadi sempat peringkat 1, dan peringkat 1 ada Iing. Oke, congratulations untuk yang sudah menang. Jadi untuk Iing, DY sama Yaya, after this session nanti tolong kirimin details ke saya ya, karena nanti kita bakal share hadiahnya ya. Oke, mungkin sebelum kita end the session, aku bakal share mungkin yang belum punya nomor kontak saya. Ini saya share di chat box ya. Oke, buat yang tadi udah menang Kahoot peringkat 1, 2, 3, bisa tolong share detailsnya lewat WA ke saya. Jadi nanti kita akan proses untuk hadiahnya. Oke, sekali lagi terima kasih teman-teman udah join session pagi ini. Terima kasih juga untuk Roy sudah meluangkan waktunya ya Roy untuk kasih kita training, kasih kita updates. Jadi teman-teman nanti bisa promote juga ke students-nya tentang SCG, dan nanti jika ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan lanjutan bisa info ke saya juga lewat WA, dan buat teman-teman yang lain sudah punya grup WA dengan kita, bisa lewat WA grup juga. Jadi nanti kita bakal bisa bantu teman-teman untuk any inquiries yang teman-teman punya. Oke, itu aja buat teman-teman semua. Sekali lagi terima kasih dan sampai jumpa di webinar session berikutnya. Oke, terima kasih semua. Terima kasih Roy.
Thank you. Makasih semua.
Have a good day everyone.
Good day. Bye.